In this episode, we will be discussing the basic strategies of Arathi Basin in a rated battleground setting. There are three main differences between the RBG version of Arathi Basin and the regular version of Arathi Basin. The first difference is your team size. In an RBG, you only have 10 team members. You will also notice that your res timers are at 45 seconds max instead of the usual 30, making flag Zerg defending more difficult. The way to counter this is to manually resurrect your body when possible. Use common sense, and don't stand around for 15 seconds to manually res at half health when you can wait 10 in the graveyard for a full res. This is also a good time to make use of the Return to Graveyard button. If you get near your body and realize your manual res timer is longer than that of the graveyard res, simply hit the button and you will be immediately teleported back to the graveyard. Another big difference you will notice is that as an Alliance player you may start on the Horde side, and vice versa. This is a result of the RBG queue system now working as the arena system does. Same faction battles are intended to balance out the wait time in queue. In Arathi Basin, the objective is to obtain 1,600 points before the opposing team is able to. Points are gained by obtaining nodes on the map. There are 5 nodes in Arathi Basin: Stables, Lumber Mill, Blacksmith, Mine, and Farm. As you can see on the map, Stables is located nearest Trollbane Hall, and Farm is located nearest to Defiler's Den. Starting from Trollbane Hall, you will split your group into 3 parts. Have 1 DPS cap Stables and stay there to defend it. 1 healer will be assigned to the Stables, but that healer will have a double purpose in the beginning of the match, as they will be supporting your initial assault team. From here we will outline a few different strategies. One strategy is to send 3 players to Lumber Mill to assault the flag, and the remaining 6 members of your team to Blacksmith. Here you will discover what the opposing team's objective is. If Lumber Mill is tapped and cleared quickly, leave 1 DPS and have the other 2 make their way to Blacksmith to assist in the assault there. If Lumber Mill is receiving the largest assault, pull out quickly and reinforce the assault on Blacksmith. If you are having trouble taking over Blacksmith, this is a good time to start scouting Mines and Farm. In many situations, Mines hasn't been capped by either team, and this is your chance to send someone down to tap the flag without any resistance. While leaving at least 3 players at Blacksmith to stall, you may also pull your forces to Farm to take that flag. Communication becomes the key to winning the battle here, and don't hesitate to call it out if you see an opening elsewhere on the field. Once your third base is secure, leave 2 players at each flag to defend, and have the rest of your team combine into a roaming defense to support any incoming assaults. Always call incoming, even if you know you can handle the assault. This is the #1 rule of any battleground. Your team can't prepare to support you if they have no idea that you're under attack. The second strategy is to send the bulk of your forces to Lumber Mill while only sending enough players to Blacksmith to slow them down. You will still have 1 player cap and defend Stables. Send 3 to Blacksmith, preferably 1 healer and 2 DPS, and the remaining 6 players to Lumber Mill. As soon as Lumber Mill is secure, have the healer who went to Blacksmith fall back to Stables to defend, and make your assault on Farm. Once these 3 nodes are secure, leave 1 healer per flag with 1 DPS, and have the rest of your team defending as necessary. In the instance of a split assault, make sure you double up healers at your weakest node. This will give you more survivability while you await reinforcement. Also make good use of your reses to keep spinning that flag and preventing the opposing team from capping. In our third and final scenario, you begin at the Defiler's Den. This happens when you are either a Horde player or when you are Alliance and facing another Alliance team. This can be confusing, so make sure you are focused on objectives and not necessarily the scoreboard. It is your leader's job to know what the score is, and yours to execute the objectives laid out. The strategies are basically the exact same, however you will be capping Farm first instead of Stables. We will also be sending 1 player to cap the flag at Mines. This makes our assault team 1 player weaker, but is usually a non-issue. The goal is to secure 3 nodes and play defense for the majority of the game. Playing offensively in Arathi Basin is a very difficult task, but can be necessary if the initial assault does not prove successful. The graveyard res timer increase has helped with this somewhat, as it provides a few more seconds to finish off the flag assault before the graveyard Zerg can defend their flag. To play offensively, it is a good idea to find their weakest spot and hit it with 2 to 3 players. Utilizing Hunters and Warlocks here helps, because even though they aren't actually 4 players, the mind sees 4 different objects coming at them, and we want to play off of the panicked call for help. Take advantage of a team that Zerg defends by backdoor assaulting the node they have left weak. They will be in combat at the node they are defending, and it will take them longer to respond to your actual assault. Some key points to keep in mind while in Arathi Basin are that it takes 60 seconds for a flag to capture and a graveyard to become active. Flag caps are an 8-second cast. Overcoming more than a 450-point deficit requires at least 4 nodes. Always call out incoming, even if you know you can handle it. Focus fire is very important and should be utilized in every assault. Crowd control can be your best friend. Give it some love and use it often, while communicating to your teammates so no 2 CCs are used on the same target and therefore wasted. I hope you found this guide useful, and as always, your feedback is welcomed and appreciated. Thank you for watching, and good luck.